Okay, and we are live. Hello, everybody. It's another Friday, and Ginger couldn't make it tonight. She's not feeling too good, so we send Ginger lots of love and healing, and rest up and take good care of yourself, and let
All
your
that good
boys wait
stuff.
on you. Yeah, and you're
Yep.
already on my lap, so no. The furry baby wants to come back up again. But can I just say, when we did investigative tarot that day with him on your bed, and we're saying, "Oh, look at him! He's going like this, like, oh, you're talking about me, aren't you?"
So cute.
So
Yeah.
cute.
Yes, he did. That's true.
So yeah, well, Allyson and I are still going to be doing talking about the new moon. I got some
Yeah.
notes, and I took actually the question for tonight from the website, um, because this is like a really strong. Well, one, aren't they strong? Everyone's like, "Oh, the sign. This is going to be really strong." So it's kind of like how Allyson always says tarot was so dramatic. Sometimes I think astrology is a
Yes.
little dramatic too. So.
Yes, it
But
is.
so hello Isadora, hello Teresa, thank you for being here. Um, so just really quick, new moon is now in Aquarius. The new moon went dark at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I always like adding that in there in case anybody
Yeah.
wants to figure out what they're feeling. If it's because
Yep.
some of us are starting to learn how to kind of acknowledge when our moods change or if our abilities are heightened or less at
Yes.
certain times. So I always like to kind of include, and then from there you can figure out what your time is. And according to one website, the new moon Aquarius is being squared by Uranus, which has to do with adapting to sudden change and uncertainty. So think Tower card. May bring conflict and crises, but then it added, depending where you have Venus in your chart, it will allow for a little bit more of cooperation and diplomacy. I just added that in there for people who know and understand their charts and want to look to see where their Venus is. Um, some of the
Heather, can
notes,
you
yeah,
I'm sorry. Can you say that part one more time? Because that's interesting and I didn't quite grab it. The
okay,
part about Venus. Can you say it one more time, honey?
sure. Depending where you have Venus in your chart, this will allow for more cooperation and diplomacy.
Okay.
So if people understand their charts and know if they have Venus anywhere, to kind of look at your chart at this time and see where it may be a little bit easier to handle these energies that are coming in. And that was from Kane Astrology. And then I love going to Cafe Astrology. That's typically has always been my go-to when I did the new and full moons with Ivana
It's a
and
good
with
site.
Ginger. It's a really good site. And so a couple little notes that I took. This is a time during which we should solve problems that require thinking outside of the box. And I have a friend who absolutely, I told her she needs to get a t-shirt that says that, because she does professional counseling, and she loves to always use the phrase think outside of the box when it comes
That's
to
cute.
working through issues and everything. So every time I
And it's
see
a great
that,
way to be.
yeah. And I always like I saw this today. I went, you got to be kidding me. I took a picture and I sent it to her. So definitely. And I'm actually thinking about creating a new segment called Thinking Outside of the Box and doing creativity readings and stuff. So
Yeah, that's a
I got
great
a lot
idea.
of new ideas coming up for the year. So it says here we have the chance to make progressive changes in our lives. And this is where the Aquarius energy comes in. Detachment and distancing from old habits and past attachments. This will help us break away from destructive behaviors. Another question to pose too: what do we need to pay more attention to in our lives? What's distracting us? What do we need to detach? What do we need to leave behind? What's no longer serving us? Um, and so for the question tonight, I figured, let's see, let me just pull this up. Let me pull the banner, then I'll say hello to everybody in chat. But this is a little different, and it's like progressive changes needed at this time. Gradual, important changes that are needed. This is a great new moon with the Aquarius, with the new moon in Aquarius, along with squaring Uranus, however you want to say it. This is the type of energy that's good now to really start making progressive, important changes in our lives. And we're going into spring too. So not only is this a new moon, but going into spring where we really need to start building on what we want to um, not necessarily let go of, but just really important changes that we know that we need to make in our lives. And let me just back up really quick and say hello to some more people coming in. Hello, Dina, my dear. Good to see you. Hello, Fatima. And I'm sure Odelia is there with you as well. Silent Victory, hello and welcome. Good to see you again. Let's see. And Gerald, hello. Um, had a show with Gerald yesterday. We talked about the Tina Gone book and tarot cards, which I think I'm going to be using tonight. Get to play with them a little bit. It was nice pulling them out and having discussions with them. And let's see. And Dina says, spring is kind of cleansing. We can clear our space. Definitely. For me, we had like 52-degree weather here, almost in some areas pushing 55, 60. Windows wide open. It was so
Same
nice to
here.
get some of that fresh air. You know, it was breezy and it's going to rain now, but oh, it was so nice to have windows open and just get a breath of fresh air in here. And yes, see, Odelia is here with me. Hello, Odelia. So,
hello.
before we get started, anything that went on this week that you want to share? Anything that you might be doing tonight or this weekend after the show that you might think is fun to share?
This evening, me and
her significant
I still
other.
don't even know what to say. Yeah, I feel too old to say my boyfriend, but whatever. We're gonna go.
Too old to say that.
There's a cemetery that's nearby, and we're gonna just go and check it out and walk around and take our little flashlights and just check it out in the new moon and whatever. And I don't know. We'll talk about it when we get there. Probably. I mean, we like seeing the oldest ones we can find and that kind of thing.
Here we go.
We don't know anybody at this one. Everything else that we've been to, it's because we knew somebody was there. We were there visiting, but it's kind of the funny thing that we have in common. We both really enjoy cemeteries, not in a weird way, just they're just cool. It's just I don't know. So we're just gonna go. The weather's nice. It is very quiet, and just I don't know. I just suggested it. He said, "Yeah, let's go." So we're after the show, we're gonna go do that for a while. And there's one that's really close by.
Are the pups gonna go too for the walk, or are they?
No, although I have thought about that, but this summer I'll probably do that a couple times. But no, right now we're really want to be able to focus on and enjoy what we're doing. When the dogs come, it's a whole thing. So yeah. They are absolutely Shawoman. I love cemeteries. I just do. And some of the tombstones are just so beautiful. I mean, especially the older ones, they're so elaborate, so ornate, and it's just really cool. It's just neat.
Just make sure to take some salt. So when you leave, you toss the salt.
Yeah, I always bring
with us.
I always bring sage and, we'll carry a stone. And although I know a lot of people I've found, not to really quickly, I'll just say this. I have found several channels over the last year or so that I follow. And a lot of those people don't bring anything and they don't have any issues, but they're there for different reasons. There's a couple channels that I follow and they just go to there's a channel for anybody that's interested called Forgotten Faces. And it's an older gentleman. And he just finds out stories about people that are buried at the different cemeteries, and he travels all over, and he'll do like a little thing on the person that's there, and then goes to the actual cemetery and shows where the grave is, and it's really interesting. But anyway,
I'll have to take you if you guys ever are able to make it up this year.
Yes.
The Oakwood Cemetery that's here in the Falls is the oldest one in the Falls, and it has actually the lady. I did a little live really quick last summer. I was at the cemetery. I had some time to kill, and I was to kill. Oh my God, that's such an
no pun intended.
No pun intended. But I had some time in between appointments, and
I saw that.
To go. And it was the grave tombstone of the woman who went over the falls in her own
Yes.
barrel and survived and told the
Yes.
tale.
Yes,
Tiny
I
little
saw your
dinky,
walkthrough of that. Yeah, that was really
little.
good. And that's
He
kind
needs a
of
big
like what
one.
he does. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
interesting. Yep.
And Shawwam says, she goes, I'm sub to him. So she knows who you're
Yeah,
talking
it's
about.
he's got a great channel, and
Oh,
it's
this is
nothing like
interesting.
any of this. So it's just, it's really, I don't know, it's neat. And I enjoy him.
And Isadora says, I don't want to be buried. I want to go into deep space.
That might be an option.
Yeah, coming
At
up.
some,
You never
could
know.
be, could be.
Sylvia's here. Hello, Sylvia.
Hello.
Good to see you. And let's see, Jay popped in. Hello, Jay. Hello,
Hello.
sweetheart. Good to see you. Kaylee is here. That's Fogo Pogo. And so yeah, nothing really here. Everything's the same. Not much has changed.
Actually, I did have something I'll go ahead and share.
Oh, sure. Yeah, that's Friday.
And I didn't even tell you about this, honey, because I was so busy today and everything else. So you don't even know about this, and everything's fine. Yesterday morning, well, actually a couple of days ago, I started noticing just ever so slightly, but then I kept kind of going, nah. My Chihuahua, she was acting a little funny, I thought, but then she would be fine. And then it was just very subtle, but I pay so close attention to my dogs, and we were together in such close quarters, and I spend so much time with them. I pick up on stuff. But anyways, yesterday morning, I looked at her after I came home from my morning run. I'm a school bus driver. Most of you know that. And well, in the morning, she hesitated to eat her food, which is not like her, but she did eat it, but she hesitated. And then when I got home late in the morning, she didn't come out to greet me, and she just kind of stayed laying down, which is weird. So I went over there and I sat down. She was laying on the couch, and I spoke to her and I reached out to pet her, and she turned and she looked at me, and I didn't quite catch it at first. The whole left side of her face was swollen, like from here to here, like swollen. I was like, and so anyways, I called the vet and this and that. Anyway, long story made short, really shortening it up, all the back and forth and options and how to do it. And they couldn't see her till next week and this and that. Long story made short, they were able to do something where you drop them off and then they will see them between appointments when they have time. So you pay for a kennel fee for the day because your pet is there. And then they fit them in when they can, and then you come and pick them up. Anyways, long story made short, this morning when I came back to pick her up after my morning run, the swelling was down. But clearly something had happened, and this, that, whatever. Anyways, they took her in, and they couldn't find anything wrong with her. She did let them examine her, and she's very shy and whatever. And I figured if she was in pain, she might give them a hard time. She didn't. They couldn't find an abscess. She didn't have a bad tooth. Nothing felt broken, whatever. So they really couldn't do anything. And this vet is very thorough and everything else. They're just having me watch her. But she might have gotten bit by an insect, a spider. She could have whacked her face on the. She's such an acrobat, but she might have misjudged and smacked the coffee table on her face. Who knows? Or I just wanted to make sure it wasn't a bad tooth, a broken tooth, any kind of, because her teeth are kind of, but it's not quite ready for a cleaning yet. Plus, she's got a heart murmur. She's not really a candidate for anesthesia. Blah blah blah. My dog's fine. They just don't know what it is. So yeah, Pogo Pogo. I think it could have been a spider, is what I was feeling. I just was really hoping it was a bad tooth that would need anesthesia, because she can't have anesthesia. So, and that'll come up eventually, because she's going to have her teeth cleaned, but she can't get her teeth cleaned. So that's a whole issue. So, but she's doing fine, and the swelling's all down, and she's acting completely normal. Yeah. And she never stopped peeing, pooping, drinking, eating, none of that. But she was just kind of a little low profile, lower than she normally even is. So anyways, just thought I'd share that. So that was some excitement.
I think that's what happened with Ziva. She got bit, and every time it got ready it was just about to heal, it would itch, and she would scratch herself, and she would rip the part all over. But we were able to get this the spray. It's like a wound spray for all types of animals. It's safe. We got it from Petco, and we've been just spraying several times a day to help keep the itch down. And and finally her fur is growing back. So,
Good. Yeah.
but yeah, we think it was a bug bite as well, especially with our
Yeah.
situation.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
actually, a couple of things just occurred to me that happened, especially today. I want to share with everybody. So, and it's all these two incidents happened while I was watching videos, interestingly, on the case we read on for Suzanne Morphew on Wednesday. And it was later after we were done with our show, I was watching another video that had popped up on my feed. And I'm sitting here, and all of a sudden, the box or something on my table just moved. And I looked over. What the? And I got up and looking around, and there was nothing. And I'm sitting there going, well, that was interesting. And I'm like, okay, I stopped the video really quick. I rewound, I played it back. And this is interesting. They were talking about the husband when that sound happened on my table, when something moved. And so I thought, well, I'll have to share that with Jackie and Allyson next week. But then today, I was watching a channel where these two former New York city detectives, they're retired now, and they talk about cases. And one's was forensics, detective, and they were talking again about her case, about the area where she was found. And I got up, I was doing something, and he was explaining, the area where they were searching and whatnot in that field. And the guy goes, hold on a second, wait a minute, hold that thought, I want to share something. And all of a sudden everything went quiet, and I'm like, why did everything just go quiet? I walked over, and I didn't know if maybe he had muted himself on the video because of noise. And I went, wait a minute, what's going on? And when I touched my screen, my iPad stopped itself, paused the video as soon as he said that.
Was he talking about the guy again at that point?
Well, they I don't know if they were talking about him, but they were talking about the area where it could have. I think maybe because they were talking about the process of, because what I found out is that they actually found two sets of remains, one being Suzanne's and somebody else, which they mentioned was a young man that had been missing. But they were talking about the air. I'll have to go back and rewatch again. But how weird is that? That I'm
It
watching
is weird.
videos on here. Something's moving on the table. Okay, note to self. And then today, the iPad just stops itself. And this is like only the second time or so that's ever done that. And I'm like, who touched? Because you literally have to touch the screen to get my iPad, for the video to pause. So I wanted to share that with everybody.
So if
And
you pull back, really, you had a disruption twice when there was discussion about her case.
Yep. Both times it was her case. So yeah, I find that very interesting.
Yeah.
And yep, see, whoa, did you clear the space after the reading? Yeah, Jay, I always do now. Jay understands because Jay's had experience with cleansings and looking at places and stuff. And she's a medium. She can see spirit. And yes, I did, Jay. After every show, I'll ground myself. I'll light my I got my little cauldron right here with I have my little white sage, and I'll go and I'll make sure everything's cleansed. But I just feel like maybe she was just hinting, or spirit was hinting to pay attention to some, just to remember what you were listening to in case something else comes up. Because we do plan on reading on her again in the future, because as things are going to start to develop. But I thought that was really interesting. So yeah,
she's close to our age. Not that has anything to do with it. I think she's close to our age too.
Yeah.
Isn't she March of 71?
I don't know. We didn't find her when she went
No,
missing
I'm wrong.
in 2020.
Never mind.
She was 49.
Yeah, she was 49. And this happened when?
In 2020. Oh, was it 2020? 2020, yeah, 2021, something like that.
She's within a year of you and I. Within a year. Yeah.
And
yeah. Not that, I'm just saying, because I did identify with her, not like our
Mhm.
lives are the same, but I do have a big connection to Colorado and whatever. And I remember feeling like, oh, she's really close to my age, but I can't remember her birthday right now. I just know she was a Taurus.
And what's sad is that she had been fighting cancer. When they found her remains, they could
Yes.
identify her because her port was still with her bones, her cancer
Okay.
port.
Yeah. And like I had said when we first started, I'm like, I know
It's
she was sick.
heartbreaking.
She had cancer, but I
Hmm.
didn't know what kind. But I didn't hear that part, what you just said. So,
Yeah.
okay. And you know
No, I
what? I
do
realized
use
I
my.
forgot my
Mhm.
water in the other room. I'm just going
Sure.
to go grab it.
Okay, so Sylvia, I do have my pendulums. I do use them occasionally. Um, for me, it's a little 50-50 with the pendulum, but I'm keeping them by me more now. And I actually wear one so that it connects more to my energy. So that if I do feel I need to grab my pendulum, it's more enhanced with my energy and my connection with my guides. So yeah, should probably was, but I just been busy doing other things and whatnot. But I'll probably look at that again. And hello, Miss Tarot D. Thank you for helping me on my channel. Oh, I couldn't stay for very long because I had to get ready. But if anybody doesn't know, Miss Tarot D was a guest this evening with Deanne Shield Maiden and Tanya Stingley, and they were discussing mermaids and mermen. So that was interesting. Hello, Lori. Good to see you. I know. Talk about water. It is so warm here for us, and the heat's still on in the building. Hmm. Sip, sip. So, yep, that's my story. My things I'm going to share for the night. Miss Tarot D has joined us, and want to say hello, and so did Lori. Um, she
Hello,
dropped
hello.
by, and so okay, this is going to be our question tonight because of new moon in Aquarius. Progressive changes needed at this time. So if anybody would like for us to pull cards on that, I do already have one. Sharon, I got you starred. And hello, Leah. Thank you for joining us. Honestly, thought my eyes were playing tricks when I saw the flash. Okay, flash. Wait a minute. I missed something, Kaylee. Hello, Miss Moonlight. What did Kaylee talk about a flash? Let's see. Did you clear the space? Okay, we were getting a thunderstorm right now. Oh, the flash. Okay. Oh, yeah. Be safe, Kaylee. Let's see. Hello, Care Bear. There is a girl I went to high school with that went missing in 1998 and still has never been found. She was only 18, I think. I still think about her. Well, Care Bear, if you want us to look at her case, email me and we'll put her on the list. Hello, Kari. Good to see you. So, Miss Moonlight. Alrighty, starring you. And I am doing random order for the readings. Because I do have new people that I haven't really read for that often. So I like to keep things fresh, so to speak. Lori's still 70 in part of Texas. Oh, nice. Okay, so right now, I have Sharon, Miss Moonlight, and Kari. And Miss Moonlight, don't read too often for you, so we're going to start with Miss Moonlight. She'll be our first one, Allison. And tonight, I've got my Lenormands wanted to come. My De La Nuit Lenormand from Los Scarabeo, and I have some other tarot cards as well. But I've been playing with pulling an oracle or Lenormand and then adding a tarot card for a little bit more clarification. So um, we only have 3 starred. So if anybody would like to have their name added to the list, please go ahead. Our question tonight for the new moon in Aquarius: progressive changes that are needed in our lives at this time. Okay. And this first one is for Miss Moonlight. Let's see. Well, interesting, Miss Moonlight. I'm going to put myself on the first card that you get from my Lenormand is the Scythe card. What needs to be cut, so things are going to need to be cut. Changes that are going to be made are things that you are going to have to cut from your life. Totally to get rid of them, to move them. I did get the garden gate. This is about harmony and balance in life, and patience. So right now, the question is for you to consider too. What I love is they give you questions to ponder for yourself, to help you also help yourself with your questions and your readings. Is what do you do when you need peace and balance? And for a lot of people, that's going into nature, going to a place where they find peace and quiet. So right now, it looks as though changes that need to be made are things that unhealthy things that need to be cut from your life, especially too with this garden card. The affirmation down here says, "I nourish my heart and soul," as if it were a precious garden. So it feels like there's stuff going on in your life that are revolving around you. This could be people, this could be work. Um, I'm going to pull an extra card, but I also did get the bear, and the bear represents strength, courage, um, stability, and determination. And what just jumped out at me for this one is also personal power. So it feels like changes need to be made. People, I'm going to pull a clarifier for the first card, because it looks like people, work, certain situations need to be cut from your life. And the light here, where it goes over the heart, and talk about finding peace and finding balance. So let me get a little bit of a clarifier here. And I got the Emperor. Okay, yeah. So Miss Moonlight, I got the Emperor. Authority, structure, protection, and knowledge. But what stands out to me on this too is that tyranny, dictatorship, callousness. So for me, I'm feeling that this can represent an actual male. It could be a person with who, like a job, or a person in your life that you know logic, structure, discipline just feels like it's very overwhelming. And it says here establishing boundaries. So yes, start cutting out what? Cutting out the people, the expectations, the unnecessary weight, the pressure. And I feel like this has to be, I think maybe with work. You just turned down a new job offer. Okay, so, but you got the strength card. Okay, so prosperity, security is on their way, but make sure that you retain that personal power. And I'm going to give over to Allison, see what she's got.
Hi, Miss Moonlight. I have this is not real happy what I have here, so I'm just gonna read it as I have. There's some sort of something that needs action taken on. It's something that's just kind of created some sort of like disharmony or lack of peace, like an inner chaos type thing in some way. It doesn't have to be as dramatic as it sounds, but that is what's being described here. And so it creates a bit of like darkness within rather than light, right? The overall energy here is one of despair. So it's like there's something here that needs to be let go of. I did pull a couple of tarot cards, the overall energy on this, and I got the Five of Pentacles. So there's a sense of, but I feel like that's you, but not in like the monetary sense, but just like Five of Pentacles is about a lot of people read it as like poverty or being left out in the cold. And yeah, it can be that too, but it also can just be like a sense of emptiness. It can just be like like a feeling. And then I pulled another one on the overall, and I got Seven of Pentacles. And I feel like this is for you to see and realize what all you have invested, like invested in yourself. is what I'm feeling. And I'm just going to leave it there. That's what I got. Hopefully this makes sense, but it's about a reminder to you of what you have accomplished, what you have done. There is something here that feels very heavy, stagnant, needs to be healed and let go of. It's a very despairing type of feeling. It doesn't have to be that dramatic, but that is how the cards are coming through. Five of Pentacles overall energy. Remember what you have, what you've invested, what you've worked on. I don't know what part of your life this is. Hopefully this resonates with you. It doesn't mean your life overall, but there's something there. And again, we're asking what progressive change needs. Yeah, is needed to progressive change needed at this time. This is what it would be. So hope that makes sense and it's helpful. That's what I got.
She says, I just turned down a new job offer and they said that if I ever want a change, they would be happy to have me. This all resonates with me, makes a lot of sense. It's been a balancing act for sure. And then she also added, makes sense. It is me. I worry about finances if I change. So the fear of the finance.
So it
Five of
was, okay.
Pentacles.
So it was regarding that. Okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
Mhm.
Yep. Okay, good. So as long as it made
Hi,
sense
Gwen.
to you, good luck, honey.
Thanks for popping in, Gwen. She goes, I've been at my job for years and it's hard to change.
Yeah. No, and that's the Seven of Pentacles. Actually, so if I was to go back to that, there's a sense of just feeling this futileness with the Five of Pentacles, but it's about, what you've invested in, what you've done. So no, I get that. So good luck, honey.
All right. Thank you. So, silent victory. Let's pull for silent victory and let me get you down here. Hello, Arlene Forney. Good to see you. And also, really quick, I am just, I believe, 5 subscribers shy of 700.
Oh, nice.
So I really jumped yesterday, and Gerald helped me get some more subscribers yesterday during his show.
Yes, he is great for the rally. That's awesome.
Yes. And I see that you are here, my dear.
Oh, let me mute.
I wonder where Stephen, the cosmic orphan, is tonight. But thank you, everybody, for being here. Allyson, I appreciate your support every Friday night. So, silent victory. Progressive change is needed at this time for you. Something to do with home. Okay. Nope, I can't have that many cards. Oh. Okay. So I think she's still pulling. Okay, so silent victory. I'm just going to take your name down really quick. So from the Lenormand, I pulled house and home. Then I got the mice. And then the mice, the Lenormand, the mice are about, getting in. They're the rodents. They eat away at your sustenance, your food. Sometimes they can carry diseases, but they cause trouble. Okay. And then I got the bouquet. And this is one of my favorite cards. She's just absolutely beautiful. I love the bouquet. So for me, I feel that this is you right here. So to be you, because we read Lenormand going straight, one of the ways of connecting them is reading them this way. I don't do the grand tableau, but I like how you read them in sequential order. So for the house, this has to do with house and home. This could be a relative living with you. This could be, I don't know if it would be a job. I can always pull to see if it's a job, but I'm getting the house card and the mice. I mean, this is your cauldron. This is your kitchen. They're getting into your food. They're messing with your they're messing with your energy, your space. They are messing, kind of causing chaos. It's kind of like that niggling, like something's going on, but you're not sure. Like you hear them in the walls, and then you're like, wait a minute, what's going on? So you feel, and I think you may know too, um, what this is. So I pulled two tarot cards to go with that. For the mice, I got the devil card. So this has to do with, for me, I'm feeling like these mice are kind of getting into your headspace. So this is something to do with home, family member, maybe a spouse, a boyfriend, or they may not even live there anymore. But something to connected with home and heart. This may not. This could even maybe be in the past or moving forward, leaving a home, moving on. But this has to do something oriented with the home and the people that live in it, and the mice, the chatter getting into your head. This is separate needs from addictions and egos. So this is also about reclaiming and reclaiming your power, releasing. So whatever is these mice are talking and creating all these thoughts and negative, this whole double perspective. And I said perspective because I did get the hangman. So this is about surrendering. That's the word that really jumped out to me. Surrendering, looking at things at a different perspective, looking at, okay, to move forward, to be the bouquet holder. This is a bride, and she's holding that bouquet for a bridesmaid, but she's holding it out for a specific person, for you. So for me, it feels like this is you. You're holding your bouquet. This is you at the end of it. But to get there, we have to progressively move forward, get rid of the doubt, the ego, the talk, the chatter, the mice, the negativity, whether this could be maybe our own thoughts or thoughts that are being put in there by situations with the home and with whoever these mice are. And when you do get away from the home and you move away from the mice, that energy, you get a new perspective and you move forward. So I'm interested to see, whoa, that jumped right on my hand. I'm interested to see what Allyson has. So I'm going to give it over to her.
Okay, and this is Silent Victory, right?
Yeah, I just had to take her name down. So
oh no, it's fine. I've been writing them down. I just wanted to make sure I was still on the right one. I figured I was. I think this is only our second one. Yeah. So Silent Victory. There's something here about, again, what are the progressive changes needed at this time? To come into tranquility, be more spontaneous and have clarity. And this is the overall energy is, I think this is about a partnership in some sort of way. Not necessarily romantic. It could be. The overall energy is about harmony and unity. And again, there's a need to have more tranquility, which is like getting along and, being more fluid and all of that kind of thing. Being willing to be more spontaneous rather than planned out, that sort of thing. And then clarity, obviously, that can also be regarding communication. I don't know what this is because I'm using oracle cards. I'm not using the tarot. So I can't really even, not that always tells you, but I usually get more of a feel of who this might be. In terms of what part of your life, but the overall energy, I've got unity and harmony. And usually I only get one card here, but I have two. And I did pull a couple clarifiers though. I got the 7 of Cups, but it was feeling like this, right? So this is like, it's like, and I don't really read reversals, not really. But it's like just kind of like a confusing time, some uncertainty. And then I also got the Star, which is about hope and healing and just coming into balance and in a much better place. This is regarding, it could be a situation, but I do feel like it's more like a person. So I hope this is helpful. The whole point of what is the progressive change that's needed, whatever this is, wherever this is, and hopefully you resonate with it. If not, think about it later. This is somewhere in some either situation or relationship with somebody in your environment. And that's what's needed to have work on. You need to come into harmony and come into unity with this person and or situation. This is what it's going to help you. That's what I got.
Thank you. And it's similar to what I have. And she says, for me, that resonates. And I'm just waiting to see if she
Perfect.
shares her thoughts. But yeah, I got definitely home somebody, stuff. So definitely. Yeah. And we had Reese join us. So yes, Reese, if you look at the banner at the bottom, that's what we're pulling cards on. So if you like for us to pull cards on progressive changes that are needed at this time in your life, if you want us to put you on the list, let me know. And perhaps those cards that we pull can maybe give you some insight into your question. And I understand family doesn't, family can hurt. Sometimes that's the people who hurt us the most, the ones we love, our family. So we're all giving you hugs. I know Dina's giving you a magic huggle. So there you go. And Moira has joined us. So welcome. And okay, so Silent Victory says, makes sense, Allyson. So it makes sense to her. And
I'm
so
glad.
thank you both for the reading. I'm
You're
assuming
welcome.
so please correct me if I'm wrong. So up next is Lynn. We don't get to read for Lynn too often. So,
Hi,
thank you,
Lynn.
Miss Moonlight. She says great readings tonight. So we appreciate hearing that. Thank you.
Yep.
Okay, so Lynn, progressive change is needed at this time. For people coming in, it's the new moon in Aquarius, and it's being squared by Uranus. So it's a lot of energies about detaching, walking away, letting things go, and kind of looking at creating solutions, creative thinking, kind of like creating, thinking outside of the box solutions, and progressive changes that are needed at this time, which is great to start on a new moon, because then as the moon grows fuller and the energy grows, we can add that energy to it and be able to manifest and make these changes that are needed. What, you want to come up on my lap for this reading? Okay. Be a good boy, though. Okay. So Leslie's going to help me with this reading. All right. So, Mazi, we are reading for Lynn. Lynn needs to know what progressive changes are needed in her life at this time. So, okay. All righty. And Miss Tarot D, if you're still in the chat, I got a mermaid card. There's a mermaid on my card. Deanne and Miss Tarot D and Tanya discussed mermaids tonight on Deanne's channel. So, Mazi and I got for you, Lynn, the death card. And of course, here, let me put myself in the big C here. So with the death card, that is about change and transformation. Death is one of my favorite cards because it rarely means a physical death. It can in some circumstances, but this is all about transformation. Something really needs to die to be let go of for you to be able to move forward. And when you do, I got the 4-leaf clover, which is about prosperity, luck, abundance, stability. And sometimes abundance can come in all forms, not just money, but in also, in abundance in friendships, creativity, just an overall sense of good health and happiness and joy. So this is a really positive card, and it's followed by another positive card, which is the sun card in this deck. They used a mermaid, and so the sun is all about, again, like the tarot, it's success, it's shining light. She's calm, she's serene, she's streaming. So the death card, whatever this is, and I think you might know what it is, whatever it is that you need to release, to transform, to rebirth yourself, it's going to bring such joy and luck and happiness. And it'll give you a peace of mind where you feel like, not just a peace of mind, but being able to dream. I love how she's kind of like in that dreamy state. And so Mozzie, let's pull a card for the Death card just to get a little bit of a clarifier. Okay, and what did we get? We got the 10 of Cups. So let me pull another one on the bottom. And the 3 of Swords. Okay, so things letting go. So what's transforming, what needs to change and be let go of. I feel it's around a relationship, whether this is an intimate relationship, a friendship, a family friendship. Because the first card was the 10 of Cups on the top. So for me, typically the 10 of Cups shows a very happy family. They're joyous, they're celebrating. It's emotional happiness. But this happiness seemed to have come to an end of some kind. You have the 3 of Swords. Things had to be, you had to walk away. Things need to be left behind. This is where the transformation comes in, the rebirth, the moving forward. And when you can let that go, again, you got that beautiful good luck card, you got the clover, and you got that beautiful sun card with the mermaid. And with the water too, tapping into your intuition, your dreams. Yeah, beautiful cards, really. Just the power is all in your hands. And the cards following it, all success and beautiful and happiness. Happiness can be found. It, like I said, it may be painful, but um, we have that instance of free will where we can, you know, give blessings and honor to those experiences that we had and those people in our lives, and to be able to walk away, allow that to transform us, to make us strong, to grow, and to be able to shine our light again. And I'll give you over to Alice because I could go on and on. Sometimes I go on and on, like Allison says, so I'll be quiet.
Oh, I do it too. It's funny. I'm looking over at you and I see bossy ears. But I didn't realize I've been looking. I didn't realize you picked him back up. And it was just funny. I'm like, oh, she's got him.
Yeah.
So Lynn, again, what are the progressive changes needed at this time? You need to, according to the cards, there's something you need to be planning and reflecting on. So there's something you need to, like a change maybe that's needed or whatever. I have this card from this Oracle deck, and in the reverse, I have this as planning. And then I have the 2 of Wands clarifying it. So this is about looking at something and deciding what needs to be done, making plans. This could be regarding whatever part of your life. I also got manifest. Clarifier on that, the sun. This sun card has an eye. This is all seeing. This is seeing what's needed. This is knowing. This is also a very happy card, but I usually read it the way I just first spoke. And I'm getting that right now too, especially with the manifest card. This, to me, these cards together means you know what you would like to manifest. Already, you see it, you've thought about it, whatever. This is saying that you can or should or whatever. What progressive change is needed to manifest this thing that you already know about? That's why the sun card is on it.
I get the sun card too.
So that's there. Yep. Then, and this felt very different. I'm loving this because I'm getting more as time goes on. But anyways, another card came out and I'm like, this is separate. And it is. I got this card. It's the authentic card in the reverse. So it's inauthentic. And then I got a clarifier on it, 7 of Swords. And then I threw one more on it, 5 of Pentacles. So I'm not even really worried about the 5 of Pentacles. It's more about the 7 of Swords coming out on inauthentic. There's somebody in your environment. Doesn't mean that they're awful or terrible or bad, but they're not for your highest good. So take stock, take inventory of what that might be. You may already know. And that could be part of, well, it could be part of the other 2 readings, but it is very separate. I'm just saying, but yeah, there, and it isn't necessarily another person. It could be, yeah, it might not be, but there's something here. It even could just be something that you're doing in your life that is not true for you, or it's no longer, it's inauthentic. And it's being clarified by the Seven of Swords. This just came to me, this could be, it doesn't have to be super negative. This could be something that you're doing that is not your truth, but you're presenting it as it is. Like, not that you're trying to, you're living a life that you know isn't really yours, right? You can do that with the Seven of Swords. And I'm not saying that's what it is, but I'm just giving an example. This is inauthentic, right? Which you know what that means. And Seven of Swords is something not being what it appears. And it can be, when you read it a little darker, it can be like, something that's being deceptive or lying or manipulating or whatever. It doesn't have to be that harsh. It doesn't have to be that intense. So just think about it. If you don't know what it is, it may come to you later. It might not be super obvious, but that's what I got. I hope that was helpful.
Thank you. I've been asking if Lynn is in chat and she hasn't responded, so I don't even know if she's here. So let's see, who do I still have on the list? So we're going to read for Dina next. That's Shaw Woman.
Okay.
Sharon, Carrie, if you are still here, please let me know, and please be in the chat for when we call you. That's much helpful. So let me just pull up just Shaw Woman's name. So yeah. And we appreciate everybody. And Reese, even though we are not doing specific questions, we're pulling on that. I do have you start to have some cards pulled for tonight's question. So Carrie and Sharon are still here. Okay, thank you both for letting me know. And Reese, let me know if you want us to pull cards for you on the progressive change question. So Dina, I went right for the tarot. Or is it Mozzie that went for the tarot? Well, let's go for the other one deck too, because that's a pretty deck, isn't it? Yeah. And yes, this is how I talk to my cats, my fur babies. All righty. Okay, so Dina. And a kitty helper. Yeah, I don't mind him being on my lap, but when he starts digging his claws into my legs, that's when we have to draw the line here. Lynn, we already read for you. You're the last reading before. We do random, so your reading was just before this one. Okay, so Dina. Okay. Well, you did hear it. Thank you so much. You're welcome. Please let us know, Lynn, if any of it resonates. It helps Allyson and I to know that we were able to, connect with the energy for your questions and if any of the reading resonated. So, alrighty. Dina, I'm going to start with the tarot I got because I didn't ask for clarifiers, but I did get the Eight of Swords. Here, let me put me on the bigger screen. So, Eight of Swords. We all know that's us putting ourselves into a trap. We feel physically trapped, mentally trapped, maybe even spiritually or emotionally. But with the swords, it's much more of a mental prison, that we put ourselves in. The next card I have is the Nine of Pentacles. And so this is for me, you working on creating that space for yourself, your garden, your home, your contentment. And also, here, let me just finish that because sometimes I jump ahead with these. I also got the King of Pentacles. So the Pentacles, of course, not just, financial stability and health, but it's also health. So health. And what I did get from the Lenormand was also the tree. And the tree has to do also with health. It has to do with home as well, home, hearth. But really, for me, it's the trees, about being rooted in the earth, really connecting, getting yourself stabilized, grounded. This could also, some decks for me, this feels like a family tree. So if this is health, because I know you've been going through some health things, and of course, YouTube. This is all for entertainment purposes only. I'm not a doctor, but I know you have shared some of your health struggles with us in the chat. And so, but what's beautiful about this card, Dina, look at their steps to a door. So you are being led, you are taking the steps, you are progressively moving towards the changes that are needed. You just need to make sure that you get out of this negative mind space that you can't do it, which I feel like you are, because now you're starting to move into this state of this is my home, this is my garden, this is my health. I am taking care of myself. The King of Pentacles, yes, it could be money, but also too the King of Pentacles is about really the health too, being grounded. And it feels also too like this could be like a doctor offering you help, saying, "Here's the pentacle. Here's what you have to do, what you need to do to help yourself get better and to improve your quality of life." And after the Tree card, I also got the Death card. But this is good because you are going through self transformation. And I will also point out that because of health, we do run the risk of an early death. So, what I love that you're doing is that you are taking the steps to progressively transform in a positive manner, health wise. And what's the last card I got for you, Dina? Look at that, the Shamrock, the good luck card for health, home, happiness, stability, security. So, it's all there. You know what you got to do. It's being offered to you, it's being given to you. Again, too, I love how the bird is in her hand, the cardinal for me. Cardinals, all birds are messengers. So to me, it's like you're listening to your guide. The cardinals for me are about family, ancestor as well. So that may resonate with you too. But you just got to move out of the mental mind state. But I believe that you have. So I'm going to give it over to Allison and let's see what she had to say. See what she's got to say.
Hi, Shaw Woman. So what are the progressive changes needed at this time? I got clarity. There's some sort of indifference and unfulfillment. So the overall energy I got was the Goddess in reverse, which is true. So that's the overall energy. I'm reading this like you need to come into clarity. Maybe you're already doing this. I heard part of what Heather was saying, but I was doing my own thing over here, but I heard little snippets. Coming into clarity about some indifference and unfulfillment that you're holding or have or that you're carrying. I pulled a couple cards from my tarot. And I got King of Swords, Eight of Wands, Page of Cups. So this is about, true, like seeing the truth and taking action on what's needed. Page of Cups feels like this could be a gift to yourself. This could be an apology. It even can be it can even be an apology to yourself. This is all about you with you, whatever this is. So it's about coming out of this shrew mindset, seeing clearly, recognizing whatever indifference or, uneasiness within the self, feeling unfulfilled in some sort of way. And then in the tarot, it's about, King of Swords. To me, it's just clarifying, just seeing what's there, taking the action on Eight of Wands. Shaw Women reads, right? Is she a reader? Yeah. A Page of Cups. And the Page of Cups, it's sitting different with me right now for some reason. This is about, it's a love offering, but I think it's to you from you. I'm getting that. That's what that is in some sort of way. It could be an apology, but anyways, that's what I got, honey. I hope that was helpful.
Thank you.
Mhm.
If we could all take a moment, I don't think Reese is still in the chat, but Reese is going through some really difficult stuff.
Oh, I'm sorry.
She's was talking about family, something, then she's going on about something evil is taking over this world. It's coming to a head soon, World War III or something. I just
Oh, let's
wanted
not
all.
go there.
No, I'm just saying to send her all positive energy because Reese is not well, so we can just
No.
send her lots of love and light for
Yeah.
her to help her. Um, that
Yeah.
would be
And if you're
much
watching the
appreciated.
news, stop.
Well, she's going through a lot with her
Yeah.
daughter and stuff
Yeah.
too,
And I'm
family.
sorry, but like that kind of like
I
talking
think she's
about the
gone.
growth. Yeah, I wouldn't just, I'm just saying to add to whatever you're dealing with personally. And I'm going out on a limb here. If you are watching anything, just that's what I say to everybody. Just deal with your own
Mhm.
world because a lot of us, that's enough right there. And I'm sorry about what you're going through personally, but I would focus on that.
And Reese, there are plenty of people that you can reach out to. I believe it's 988 for any thoughts of self harm. There's always 911 as well. Maybe if you're with church, clergy, if there's a counselor you can speak to, somebody in your community. But we send you lots of love and light. And yeah, like Allison said, really just stop watching the news. It's making it really hard for a lot of us, especially those of us who are empathic and really feel everything. We just can't take on the world. We have to really take care of ourselves, and that's where it starts. So, yeah. So let me just go up. Break. Okay, so Dina says, makes sense. And she says, thank you so much, Allison. Um, She says, I am not good with tarot, but she knows more about Lenormand. So that's pretty cool. And we did have Michelle Marie joined us.
Sorry, I was muted. You're welcome, Shaw Woman.
Michelle Marie is here, and so is Jahad. Welcome, welcome. And so,
Hi, Shazan.
and Beth is here. Hello, Beth. Thank
Hello.
you for joining us. Sue, um, Carrie and Sharon are both here. So, Carrie, we'll do you next.
KK is Carrie.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Dina says there's too much to remember with tarot. I get it. I know. 2 years.
Bucket list.
Yes, thank you, Arlene. Yeah, we need to send her or him lots of love and light. Oh, and Beth is the opposite. I feel that way about Lenormand instead. Well, with the Lenormand, the Grand Tableau, forget it. I can't. It's just too much. But what I love about Lenormand is that it's basically a sequential, and you read it like a story. I just, yeah, I really connect well with it that way. So letting go, Carrie. Let me put you in the big seat here. Um, so I got the fox, and foxes are um, signs of warning you about deception and manipulation. And it's kind of hard because he's so cute. If you put like a little black eye around this guy, a little black here, you'll almost think it was Allison Scout. He's so cute. Um, so it's really talking about um, foxes are known for camouflage. They stick to a wall. They kind of keep an eye. They blend in. They're really good at listening and looking. Like when I say like there's a fox in the hen house because they move so stealthily and so quietly. So we can look at it and taking that in for us. So keeping an eye on what's around us. If you feel like there's some kind of BS going on, or if you feel like somebody or something's not being up and honest with you, pay attention to that. And it says right here, and this just jumped right out when I turned the card down. Enemy may be hiding amongst your friends. Um, so the question is, who are the people you really trust? He's telling you that. He's asking, make sure you know the people that you trust. Because right now I also got the cross, and the cross carries pain and trouble. So it's about suffering. There's blockages. Um, you're, yeah, it says here to sheath yourself with courage and patience. So I think a lot of these questions, these readings tonight, people have a feeling they know what Allyson and I are going to be talking about, what you're feeling, and this can also be, may relate to a lot of people on a collective level as well. But the question is, what helps you strengthen your courage? So at this time, being strong, whether it's through faith, through your spirituality, but just know that whoever this fox is warning you about, a certain person, a they, a group, whatever this may be, proceed with caution. But the last card is also the key. The key is in your hand. You have the ability to unlock the door, basically. You have the key to knowledge. You know who and what is going on, and you have the key to be able to open that lock and to move through. But what I want to do, though, is I want to pull a tarot card on that key just for a little bit more clarification. But yeah, that fox is warning you. There's somebody, and there's another little fox behind him too, and he doesn't quite see him. So being aware of your surroundings, knowing who's around you, um, kind of looking, like reading between the lines when people are talking to you. You get that feeling. That's why that I think that cross is in the middle. You know that there's deception going on, that there's something, and you need to like strengthen yourself up and be prepared for it, and progressively move towards that goal of having the key, the knowledge, moving forward. But I'm just going to go ahead really quick. The Knight of Swords. So whatever it is, something's going to move quick. You got the key. Open that knowledge. With the Knights of Swords too. Here, let me get one more, and I'll give you over to Allyson. Oh, wow. No, not three more. One more. I just feel like once you get that key, you're going to be out the door. I mean, the Knights of Swords is about fast action, quick thinking. You're going to know. Then the Queen of Pentacles, and you're going to have that knowledge. It's going to be in your hands. You're going to be the queen. You're going to have the control. You're going to have the grounding. You're going to be secure, and you're going to be stable. So just pay attention. You have the key to move forward and get yourself grounded. And with the pentacles at the end, this could be maybe something to do financially as well. So I'm going to give it over to Allyson.
KK, I don't know if this is about a person or the overall energy of fairy tale in reverse. And I clarified that by imbalance. The cards that came out for you is Celestial. And there's some sort of insecurity here. And the suggestion for you is to have gratitude for like what you do have. This feels very much like having something in your life that you would benefit from getting rid of. Like, I'm not saying that it is, but like a toxic connection, for example. I'm not saying that's what it is, but like that would be like an example of something that really does need to go. That's the progressive change that needs to happen in your life right now. This fairy tale in reverse, there's an imbalance here. You will blossom if this happens. I have Celestial and Enchanted. This is about you embracing and being more involved with your mystical side, your the celestial being that you really are. There's something here about insecurity. And I think that and it's right underneath this fairy tale in reverse. I feel like this is linked to somebody in your life. there's an encouragement here for you to have gratitude. Remember to have gratitude. This is something we can all do. Remember to be grateful for what you do have always. I did pull from the tarot, and I don't usually do reversals. I have the Knight of Cups in reverse. Temperance, Ace of Swords, bringing into balance. Truth, Ace of Swords. This is about a relationship or a person. Could be a situation. I don't know. But it's about coming into balance, dealing with the truth, Ace of Swords, regarding Knight of Cups in reverse energy. This is a person. Could be a situation, but with this Knight of Cups and coming out this way, I don't think so. If it doesn't apply to your situation, okay, then it's a situation, but I don't obviously know exactly what this is. And if this doesn't make sense to you right now, just give it some thought. But that's absolutely what I'm making out of this. So that's what I got.
All right. Well, there's some responses. So first with me, the foxes, and this will relate to what I think you got too, Allison.
Oh,
The
deception
foxes are
ever.
around
That
me.
totally makes sense.
Co-workers,
Again,
families,
just apply
deception.
it. Yeah.
Oh,
You were getting.
coyotes.
Oh,
Yeah,
sorry.
I was getting
Go
the
ahead.
foxes, deception, and everything. Co-workers, family, but yeah, her best friend. She says she knows what we're talking about. She even heard the coyotes, and I'm going down further. The key to get out the door, career and self. And here, this is for your reading. Yes, I want and need to change career paths from a 9 to 5 to a career utilizing my gifts.
I've been
I've
fearful to be
been
honest. Okay, because the fan.
I'm so over my current job and I want to serve. So yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So let me go back and look at this really quick. So, insecurity, gratitude for what you have, enchanted and celestial. This is your truth, right? You're probably wanting to do something that's more authentic and who's really you. Yeah, and having an insecurity about the change, which I totally get. Imbalance, okay. And blossom, fairy tale, horror. Okay, I didn't want to say it before, so I put reversals on these cards, and I'm really enjoying them. This says horror story because that's the opposite of fairy tale, right? Which is oh so dramatic. This is you, I would think, just, and I get it. I had a job situation that was, yeah, it can be when you got to go every day and it is not your bag anymore. It's hard. I get it. So, yeah, I do think that that's very well. Like I said, it could be a situation and or the people that you're having to deal with attached to all this. Anyways, I wish you luck, and I'm glad that this is what it's saying to work on and deal. But if you do, you got bloom here, so which is really good. I wish you luck, honey. Good luck with everything.
And Michelle said, today was my Chihuahua Bogey's birthday. He looked a lot like the fox in your card. Yeah, because I had the fox card and I was
caught a
telling
beat. Oh.
Because I said, if you put like a little black spot around this guy's eye,
yes,
that made me think of Scout, you know.
It does look like my Scouty Boo. Yes.
Aww.
Yes.
And Michelle also shared some of her Vedic astrology. North Node in sidereal or sidereal Pisces affects a lot of light workers. Rahu tends to fog and uproot us a bit. If you're experiencing this, you're not alone. Please take out time for grounding. Aw, love you all. We love you too, Michelle. Thank you for sharing. And let's see, Carrie also said, especially being a single mom, doing it 100% on her own.
You know what? Good for you.
And thank you, Allison. I need to just do it. Leap.
Aw. Good luck, honey.
Yeah. Well, that feels good when our messages, help. I like that. It's a good feeling.
It is.
And so, Sharon, are you still here? Because you will be our last read for the evening. This will work out perfectly. And I know you said earlier that you were.
All right, Sharon O'Brien.
Yep, she's here. Hello. So, Sharon, progressive changes needed. to make. And she is here. Wow, this card is coming up a lot tonight. So when I see cards that repeat a lot for mini readings, I feel like this is a strong message for all of us, especially at a new moon. This is an ideal card. So I'm going to put myself here. I'm going to go ahead and pull a clarifier for this, Sharon. I got, Allison's in the big seat. I got the child card, the gift, the excitement, the joy of being a child, your inner child. I just want a little bit of a clarifier for her. Oh, okay. Well, yeah, emotional fulfillment. Okay. Whoa. Okay. One more card. Boy, I usually don't get jumpers. Okay. Can I have a clarifier on the Knight of Swords? Knight of Swords again, too. Well, the Knight of Swords, a lot of fast action, swift movement. It's very similar to Carrie's. Creative roadblock. Okay, so Sharon, I got the child card, which is basically that inner child, that joy, that happiness, especially, on Christmas with all the gifts. And the clarifier that I pull for it is the Ace of Cups, emotional fulfillment. So this is you allowing your inner child to be fulfilled, being excited, wanting to move forward. You have all this excitement. You have just creative energy, creative energy, ideas, a moment of emotional awakening. Good, because I got the death card as well. And again, the death cards has been coming up a lot tonight, all about rebirth, transformation, changes. Yes, we kind of look at our mortality, we are not immortal. We look at our mortality, but when we look at that, we know that we can transform. We can be like the phoenix, the butterfly, the swan. We can transform. We can move forward. And as always, we have the key. The key came back up again. So I wanted a couple clarifiers on the key. What are you holding the key? The transformation to come. You hold the key for that. And the first card I have is Judgment, which is also known as a spiritual awakening. That's one of the key words of the Judgment card. Is letting go of judgment and allowing ourselves to have that beautiful spiritual awakening. That's what this card also represents, a moment of spiritual awakening. So I want a couple more, and I also got the Knight of Swords. So this feels very like something is in motion. I don't know, this is a person that you're going to be working with who has the ideas, the momentum, the logic, the wit, just really, there's just a real strong sense of clarity just rushing in, coming in. And it also has to do with creativity. I also got the Ace of Wands, which is inspiration and creativity. I just want to look to see if there was another note on here. Run with it. Just like the Knight, ride with it, go with it. You're taking this idea. These ideas are coming in, and you have that that ability, that energy, that inspiration. You have that creative drive. You have that creative impulse. You can do it. It's there, and you have the key. And what you have to progressively move through is not being afraid to change, to transform, to become unafraid of taking that key, unlocking yourself out of there, and allowing that inspiration and that energy, those thoughts, the ideas to come in. So, try not to overcomplicate. Let me give it over to Allison.
Hey, Sharon, I only heard the last minute or so of what Heather was doing because I pulled from two separate decks, and I think we probably got similar message, but interesting. This only has happened to me a couple times. I got the message I got from the oracle cards, and then I pulled from the tarot just to pull. These are two very separate messages, but they go together. It's like you do the one, and then this is like the outcome. It's how I'm going to read it anyways. The overall energy I got here, and this doesn't mean, again, these are just cards, and in this all, I always say tarot can be so dramatic. Well, apparently oracle cards can be too. But what I did is I took a deck, and I'll just let you guys know, I took a deck that I have that I really like, but it's so positive. It's just almost too much. So I wrote reversals on them on the other side, and I've been using them for the new moon thing. And it's interesting. A lot of them are coming out upright and reverse and everything else, but they've been working very well. And, anyways, just wanted to explain that. So there's something here. I don't know what this is, of course, but there's something here that you are not tending to. This could be yourself. It could be a situation. I don't know, but it's like the reversal of nurture, which would be like neglect, right? Which sounds like such a dramatic, even triggering word. It's just not taking care of whatever it is, right? I got balance. Again, what are the progressive changes needed at this time? Balance. There's a disregard that's happening, which is very much like the first card, which was the overall energy that I was talking about. And then I also have mundane. I have magical reversed. And the name that I had assigned to this was mundane, right? So the opposite of magical is mundane. I also wrote muggle. So it doesn't mean you're a muggle. It just means, I feel like there's some sort of just feels like a sad, heavy energy. There's something going on, and a lot of us are dealing with that sort of thing. So this might be one of those group message things that happen. But there's an overall energy. The clarifier that I got on the nurture in the reverse, aka neglect, was the breathe. So there's a sense of when we don't breathe, it's like a holding on, like a frozen, like can't act, can't work on, can't, and it's not in a good state, right? So again, what was needed, I got balance, and what a beautiful balance card. I love this card.
That's beautiful.
Isn't it pretty? It's so pretty.
I love that.
Show it again. The colors and just how it's done. And I always love anything with the pines. But anyways, and that moon is just ridiculous. But disregard, mundane. So it's like, yeah. And so, and this does feel like just something that's within, right? It's just like, and it could be because of actual stuff that's going on. It could be just the energy of what's going on in the world. Hell, it could be hormonal. I don't know, but that's what's going on. And then I pulled from the tarot, and I felt like if you're able to tackle this and remember to breathe, that's another message of just breathing. 3 of Cups, 6 of Wands, the Magician. Hello. So to me, it's like, oh, okay. And at first I was like, oh, separate message. And then I immediately got, no, this is what you get if you do the work on this. So, okay. So 3 of Cups, that's a celebratory card. 6 of Wands, Triumph, Magician. You got everything that you need to make this happen. Okay. So it's like, boom, boom, boom. You just got smacked with 3 beautiful cards. Total contrary to this reading. It's saying if you just embrace and work on whatever this is. I got 7 of Cups separate from all that. This is about, a lot of people read this as confusion and da da da, and I usually kind of poo-poo that and say, no, it's lots of options and choices and whatever. Take your pick. Right now you could apply this either way on what's going on, right? You're not sure, you're uncertain, you got a lot of choices, all the above, whatever. And that came out, and then these came out together. So as long as you figure your way through this first reading and through your way through this 7 of Cups, celebration awaits you. The Triumph with the 6 of Wands. the magician. You're the magician. You have, even if it doesn't seem like you do, and I don't know your life, but you can overcome whatever this is. And this feels like a very much within
She's got the
you,
key.
Sharon, type thing. And I don't know what's going on. If this doesn't make sense to you, okay, just sit on it and apply it. And it doesn't necessarily have to mean it's so huge, but with such a boom tarot on top of all this, it is something. So anyways, I hope that makes sense to you in some sort of way. If not now, then soon. So that's what I got.
Thank you. I haven't seen a response from her yet. She said she
Okay.
wasn't here for the reading.
Okay.
But while we're waiting, Miss Moonlight said Allyson is rocking the reversals tonight.
Aw. I know I just did them all. And yeah, I'm really glad I did that. I had a feeling to do it, and it's good.
I feel like you would make an awesome oracle.
Oracle Allyson, Heather Allyson
Heather
Oracle
Allyson,
collab on the
collab
future.
Never know. Never say never. So Sharon came up with health
issues and working on meditation and your breathing. Okay. Okay. That all makes sense. Good luck, honey.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Take good care of yourself.
Yeah.
So that was our last read. We are at 9:28.
Perfect.
Hour and a half. Perfect. So I know you've got Mystic 4 on Monday. You got anything coming up this weekend that you're going to be doing? Any readings or just chilling with the bird?
I don't know. I might do something late Sunday after my sweetie pie shoves off. We'll see. Monday I've got, you know what I mean? Yeah, after he goes. So Monday,
oh, how endearing.
But well, it is. It's just.
It is endearing.
I guess it sounds bad, but I don't mean it bad at all.
It's like things that Shannon and I say
he'll depart.
Yeah.
So Mondays I have Mystic 4. Tuesday, maybe I don't. Wednesday, I might have something Wednesday. I don't know. We'll see. Maybe. And then and I'm with you Friday, of course. And I feel like there is something else, but my calendar's not here.
Well, Allyson and I have been discussing, I don't think you would mind me sharing this, but
no, it's
because
fine.
of our love of true crime and whatnot, we have my investigative on Wednesday.
Yeah.
But both Allyson and Jackie actually have cases from like turn of the century, older ones, nothing
that
that's
I'm interested
modern,
in.
that Allison's interested in and is actually connected with Jackie Crystal Moon, Jackie, with her own family. And so we're thinking about maybe doing an extra show during the week here and there with looking at like old time or even maybe ancient,
I kind of dork out on the old mysteries.
Yeah. So
I just do. I don't know.
We've got.
I love the old stuff.
Me too. And so I want to start doing a little bit more para-oracle cases too. And some of those cases might overlap because of some of paranormal connections too. You just never know. I'm just so interested in the paranormal and crime and it's a lot of fun. And Sharon also said that she has discovered yoga nidra. So I don't know what type of yoga that is.
Any kind of yoga that you resonate with, because there's just so many types of yoga. I lived in Northern California for 15 years and I dabbled because it's very prevalent in Northern California. There's so many types of yoga. Yeah, but if you find something that resonates with you, absolutely go for it. It's a wonderful healing practice and it's good for your body physically. So it's a mind, body, spirit thing, yoga. A lot of people don't realize that. It's everything. And you don't have to be fit or thin or any of that stuff to do yoga. No, it's very powerful.
I might look into that then myself. And Liz
you should. It's very ground. It's beautiful. Everybody could benefit from yoga. Myself, I need to get back on that myself.
Tuesday afternoon. I'm trying to think of what time it is for me. I think it's going to be 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Jackie is going to have Spiritual Rain and I on her channel. We are actually going to be doing a live talk and share with Sasha Graham, the writer of the Haunted House.
That is so cool.
which Jackie really I mean, we use it for our true crime, but Jackie's really good with this deck. We were
Yes.
trying to get the artist because without the artist, you ain't got a deck. And so,
That's
but this
absolutely
artist
true.
is a very popular and well known. His name is Mirko Piera de Ricci. And he does like I guess well known like comic, I don't say comic, like graphic novels and things. So
Graphic novel. Yeah.
yeah, so we couldn't really get him to join, but Sasha Graham, she's got several oracles out, and she also has a video, videos on YouTube where she actually explains the story behind. There's an
Oh,
actual
nice.
story to this is Raven, and
Is
the
it
tarot.
Graham, Graham?
Yeah, as in graham cracker. Yeah,
Yep.
Sasha Graham. So definitely looking forward to that on
Very cool.
Tuesday. Don't have a
Absolutely.
true crime in store yet, though there is for investigative tarot. What I think I might be going to, well, I think what I might do is I have to research it. But the day that they were looking, the day they found Susan Morphew that we read on last week,
Yes.
it's in an area called, people are calling the
The
boneyard,
boneyard.
because people are dumping bodies there because people, it's so huge, people don't go out there, no one ever sees cars or trucks or people, it's just this huge expanse of flat land. And while looking for, they were looking for a woman by the name of she's right here, her name is Edna Quintana. I have to look to see if they have found her yet. If not, I would like to read on her Wednesday, because a lot of times, you know, the minority groups, you know, they don't get the type of
They don't.
coverage like wealthy
Nope.
white, you know, affluent, you know, American, you know, American
Yep.
women do. So
Yep.
I would like to see, I got to do an update, see if they have any leads on her case, if it's been solved. But I would like to look at Edna and give her a voice too. But yeah, so, and then my Friday with Allyson, and I have some, oh, and Jeff Bailey is going to join me again this Sunday. It's going to be a regular. People love the poetry.
He's so
and
talented.
the poetry and the tarot, and I'd love to finally be able to start sharing my poetry again. I love poetry.
Yes, you should.
And so now I can go through all my books and start sharing my poetry and get inspired again and do readings. So lots of new stuff, you know, fun stuff to do on the channel. So okay, 9:34. I went over 4 minutes. Got to let Elsie go.
Okay, I think she just